if you're a carer for somebody, whether that's for a child or for an elderly relative, or maybe that's your job, it changes the way that you do life, and it changes the way that you engage with things moment by moment. As a carer, your life becomes structured around the person that you're caring for, their meal times, their bedtimes, their needs, and your life takes on a structure around the person that you are caring for, that you're attending to. But also moment by moment, you are aware, you're listening for their voice, for them having a need, for them waking you up in the night, asking for food, asking for help. You're attentive. You have a level of awareness from moment to moment that will respond to that person, will respond to their needs, will respond in love and in care. And we call that attentiveness, having that level of sensitivity to somebody else, because they're the centre of our world, and our principal role, our principal way of relating to the world is to be their carer, the person that is there for them. The Bible talks about God being attentive in 1 Peter 3. Peter, quoting one of the Psalms, says, "The eyes of the Lord are on the righteous, and the Lord is attentive to their cry." God is attentive to us. His life is oriented around us. He is sensitive to us calling out to him. And I wonder what it would be like for us to be attentive to God in that sort of way, that a carer is attentive to those that they're caring for, that the structure of our life from day to day is organised around having God at the centre, God the one that we are responding to and living for, but also a sensitivity to God moment by moment, of sensing what God is saying, of sensing what God is stirring in us, of sensing how we should respond to different situations, whether we should be doing things, not doing things, speaking, not speaking. What would it be like to cultivate that sort of attentiveness to God? What would it be like to live like that? There can be something exhausting about people who are so attentive that we never give ourselves a break, and God does give us a break. But there's also something lovely about having that depth of engagement with someone, and the love that we can show them and the response that we can offer, and to have that level of attentiveness to God, even for a few minutes, even for an hour or so, let alone for a day. Maybe that's what God draws us to. Maybe you sense that God is drawing you towards that as well, that you'd love to be aware of God. You'd love to orient your attention and your life towards God from moment to moment. So maybe that word attentiveness is a good word, and it's a good word to live out, and it's a good word to pray through, and it's a good word to reflect on.